Hey everybody, Chris here. Welcome. Welcome. What a day it's been from yesterday's big rush up with XRP and all the altcoins to today coming back down. We're going to talk about that here on live stream. Yes, I'm live. Good to be back. Just been making some videos before. Was actually just on vacation, just got back yesterday, and we had all this excitement. So we're going to be talking about that, talk about what's going on in the price. And then I've got a new thing that we're doing, and that is we're making a DCA portfolio. And in this DCA portfolio, it's going to be our portfolio. That's right, our portfolio. And then when we get to the point where it's ready to sell the portfolio, I'm going to be sharing the proceeds with you. That's right. You are going to be part of this whole endeavor we're going to do. It's going to be probably a 2-year thing because we got to get through the bull market that we think is going to be coming. And we're going to start today, and we're going to make our first dollar cost average DCA purchases live on this stream. And I'm going to want your input on what we're going to buy, because we're going to be buying coins to make our portfolio starting today. But first, let me drop down in the corner here because we want to make our charts nice and big, and we're going to talk about what is going on in crypto. This is the Dogecoin chart here, and here's where we were yesterday. We were down here at like 6.5 down here, and then we had that XRP news, and with that XRP news, we had this rocket ship up with all cryptos going up. There was a secondary run that was happening this morning, and then profit taking, and it just got beaten down. So what I've established now in my charts is what this new support line is going to be, which is higher than where Doge was trading before. Bitcoin, interestingly enough, dropped lower than where it was before the XRP rally. Because you know why? Because Bitcoin did not go up as great of a percentage as XRP and all the altcoins, which means that the Bitcoin dominance chart that, of course, Ben Cowan into the cryptoverse is so proud of. Look at this chart. Down, just drops. Little over 50% right now, but this big drop was the altcoins taking off. Now, with XRP, now right around 71 cents, XRP had been up. I think it hit a high up here at about 94, almost 95. But then today, this morning, during the little bit of a rally, it was trying to hold 80 cents. But it pretty much sold off. So now 67 cents seems to be support. So this is on a short term, obviously, but that was the dip we saw earlier this afternoon. So 67 becomes support for XRP. Others we can look at, Solana. Solana had a secondary run here that happened last night, touched up to $32 before profit taking, selling back down. Another run this morning up to $29, and then there was profit taking. So I think this is just a lot of profit taking is what we're seeing here. So we saw that with Doge as well. So a lot of it was following along with how the markets were going. So what is this? Bitcoin tumbles below 30K. Didn't actually hit 30K on my chart, but somebody's chart had it touching maybe a little wick right below 30K. Crypto prices buckle after altcoin frenzy on XRP ruling. So, yeah, I think there was a little bit too much hype in the markets, and a lot of the frenzy is the right word. That's what we had yesterday. Today, things were cooling off, and then the inevitable dip, profit taking was a lot of it, I think, because we're not quite ready for a full bull run yet. There's still some headwinds in the market. There's still this talk of possibly recession in some countries. United States still kind of on the verge of whether there's a recession or not, although many of us here in the US believe we've been in a recession for a while. Inflation has been killing us. You go to the shopping market and you see the price of things, and pretty much all still up. Not a lot of prices coming down. So yeah, we're still hurting. I think the real estate market is still kind of playing out and how that's going to be. Certainly the commercial real estate is the one that's going to get hit next. We think residential real estate in some areas got hit harder than others, again, depending on where you live. But this is what we have now is we've got this dip going on. The news last night was all Dogecoin, Solana, other cryptos soar after Ripple court ruling. That's right. Everything was up, 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 up. And last night I was just thinking, God, this just can't be sustained. It just can't be sustained. We're just, the Bitcoin halving is still 9 months away. And typically we don't see these big bull runs until after the halving on the 4-year cycles. We've talked about those 4-year cycles before. And if you've been watching me, we've even done them on live streams as well. Might have to pull that out again as a reminder of what those cycles are and what they mean. But overall, this dip just was not unexpected from me. And I think a lot of people kind of thought that, yeah, there's going to be some further dips coming. So not really unexpected there. What else going on? Dogecoin price prediction. Will Dogecoin make a breakout? Well, so that's what we think now, right? Is now that we've had this dip, is that dip going to be just this short term here? And then we're going to break out, come back up over 7 cents with Doge. Is Bitcoin going to come back up over 31,000? It tried so long. If we go back to the 4-hour chart here on Bitcoin, this is since June 21st. So almost a month of trading between 30,000 and 31,000. We have Bitcoin. Bitcoin finally breaks up over 31,000 and then just comes right back down. So we're right where we were. That's just how it goes in this odd year market before the halving. And we could still see more dips coming ahead. That is still a possibility, which is why we're going to start dollar cost averaging now, because now that we know what the possibilities are, we're starting today with our dollar cost average portfolio. So we'll be getting to that in just a couple minutes. Let me get through these other news events first. What's going on Twitter? Well, Twitter is now sharing ad revenue. And so if you're on Twitter and some of these big accounts have been posting how much money they've got, sort of looking back at the last 6 months, because I think Elon had first announced on Twitter about 6 months ago there was going to be ad sharing on the revenue side for content creators based on engagement. And one of those accounts that gets good engagement is Billy Marcus, co-founder of Dogecoin. And Billy actually posted that he made $37,000 for the last 6 months or so because of the engagement that he's had on his Twitter account. So congrats, Billy. Good for Billy for as much posting that he does on Twitter now to get some rewards from that. Good for Billy. My Twitter account, I don't get anywhere near that engagement, so I'm not in the revenue sharing, but do hope to build that up and get that following. So if you're not following me on Twitter, please do. You will have to anyway in order to be eligible to do the profit sharing through our DCA portfolio. Means you're going to have to subscribe to me and you're going to have to be following me on Twitter as well. Those are going to be the 2 requirements. And we'll get into more of the details later on. But again, it's going to be a long haul on this because we're going to build this portfolio and then we're going to watch it grow through the bull market. And then when eventually we sell it, I'm going to be sharing those profits with you. So that's going to be our adventure we're going to be on. Again, it's going to be a long-term thing. So, but if you're in crypto just for short-term profits, the risks far outweigh the rewards. That's not how crypto works. If you've been following me for a while, you know that this is a longer-term deal, and the dollar cost averaging, buying dips, and then holding is the best method of making money in crypto. I know a lot of people, degens, are just going in and flying after some of these tokens, these high-risk tokens, and that's just, there's just so much risk there. And we think we know where this whole market is going because of things like BlackRock, right? BlackRock getting involved, making an ETF, and Larry Fink, the head of BlackRock, has been making the rounds on the news circuits talking about cryptocurrency, and particularly Bitcoin. But he was talking crypto today, not just Bitcoin. He's saying crypto can transcend international currencies. And that is huge. He sees that because he sees what happens with fiat money in individual countries and how challenged those individual countries are in how their currencies are seen, that having this international currency like Bitcoin crosses all borders and is a constant price. I mean, people price it based on their own individual countries' currencies, but overall, it's not dependent on any country's government. It's worldwide. And I think Larry Fink is getting that now. But he sees, I think he sees in general crypto overall and its advantages. But BlackRock going to make their money in with an ETF. If their ETF does not get approved by the SEC, I'll be surprised. It's going to take a little while, though, not something that's going to happen right away, but that's what's going on there. Crypto will transcend international currencies. That's crazy. So where's Bitcoin trading right now? 30,279. Let's zoom in back to the 15-minute chart here. This is where we are. So what have we seen with all these currencies? All of them just big run straight across overnight and then dropping earlier this afternoon. That is across the board. We see Litecoin here. Same thing, big run across the board and drop back down. Hit down to 92.40. I still have a limit order buy on my main account down at $90. Tom Crown had gone in at 100 with a long, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna target 90. So we could still see a bigger dip down to 90, but that is something we'll be watching on Litecoin. So we can take a look at a lot of other coins. Certainly Avalanche just had a big secondary run and is still up overall. So big run on Avalanche, and of course Solana that we showed earlier. Solana, in fact, on CoinMarketCap has passed over Dogecoin because of its big run here. We see in the past 7 days, Solana's up 23%, Dogecoin up 4.8% because of that big run that Solana has. Solana flipped over Dogecoin. So Solana is now 8th and Dogecoin is 9th. So that's where we are on CoinMarketCap. But what I want to start up is this. And this is I have created a new Coinbase account. I have a main Coinbase account. I created a new Coinbase account for this, and this is going to be our portfolio. And I am going to seed it with $10,000. Right now, I've got $2,000 in here, but I'm going to seed it with $10,000. And we're going to buy every live stream. We're going to make some purchases on dollar cost averaging. I'll be live streaming Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and still need to work out the exact time. Each day I'll be live streaming. Could be about this time. If everyone likes this time, we'll see. So those that are watching this later, leave a comment below on what you think is a good time to be for me to be on. But I think this is a good time because I get the European viewers and subs before it's the middle of the night over there. So this is what I'm targeting here. 5 o'clock Eastern time. I'm in Boston, so 5 o'clock Eastern time, United States, means it's 11 o'clock. Or midnight, depending on where you are over in the EU, but still daytime here in the United States. So this seems to be the time that I think is going to be working best. So with this new account, and when you make a new Coinbase account, you get rewards. And I have this link in the description below here for Coinbase. And if you use my link, you can get extra rewards when you make your first crypto trade. So in this account, I am all set to earn up to $200 in Bitcoin extra. And this will be in our account. So this will be our profit, depending on what we get. And it's saying I've created my account. I verified my information. I have my payment method added. And now I'm ready to buy my first crypto. So we're ready to make a trade. Now, typically when I trade on Coinbase, I use the advanced trading. But for here, I'm just going to make a trade and see what happens here. Because I want to make this first trade, right? And so how much can we go? So what am I going to buy? Well, I don't want to buy Bitcoin on my first trade, right? I'm going to buy Dogecoin in my first trade. So this is my choice. First trade, it's going to be Dogecoin. And how much Dogecoin am I going to buy? I'm not going to buy with that. I'm going to buy with my cash here. And I'm going to buy $33 in Dogecoin. For the first purchase of our portfolio is going to be Dogecoin. So I'm going to preview that buy. $33 in Dogecoin at a price of 6.92. If I go over here, where is Dogecoin right now? 6.84. That's not a great price. But for the purposes of the first, we're going to go ahead and we're going to buy there at that price. There's going to be a fee on this. I get the fees. Coinbase has their fees. Unless you could do Coinbase One, but that's okay. That's the fee. Again, overall, we know where crypto's going. So I'm buying Dogecoin sub 7 cents. That's good for me. I'm going to buy it now. And we're going to make our purchase of Dogecoin. So we now have 447 Dogecoin in our portfolio. Isn't that great? We have Dogecoin now in our portfolio. So what does that do to our, whether we get to spin the wheel here? Let me refresh this and see whether this happens here. Spin the wheel, there it is. So we're going to spin the wheel now, and we're going to see what we get. Spin the wheel. Earn up to $200 in Bitcoin. So how much Bitcoin are we going to get? Spin. What do we get? $3. Oh, we just missed. We just missed the $200 in Bitcoin. But we got $3 in Bitcoin in our portfolio. So that's awesome. That's a good start. So our balance is now 2,000 because I put in 2,096 cents. So a little bit down on the $3 of Bitcoin that we had, but we've got some Bitcoin and we've got some Doge. So let's see where it says that is. So, and the Tether that I bought. So right now I've got $1,000 in Tether. I had 1,000 in US dollars. Spent $33 of that, And now we've got 447 Dogecoin and the $3 that we just got in Bitcoin. So that is the start of our portfolio. And I'd like to hear from you what you think else we should buy. In order to do that, since I don't like the way Coinbase does those kinds of buys, because you saw the price was not best. In fact, we're already down on our Dogecoin because we bought $33 worth, and Dogecoin now says it's $30.65. So we're already down $2.20, like 2%. That's because we lost it on the fee and we lost it on the price. So what we want to do is we want to go into switching over to advanced trading. So we go to the advanced trading, and this is where we get into the charts. And this is where I buy, is on these advanced trading. And we look for the pairs that we want for different coins. So, and if we look at the Doge USD, we would see that we probably would have been buying it at about 684, because that's the price right there that we'd be buying for. So this is where we're going to be making our purchases going forward, are all going to be here on this advanced trading for our portfolio. So what do we want to buy? What have we got? We're going to make 2 more purchases here on this live stream to start our DCA. And if we look at TradingView, we can look at different coins and we can say, wow, we've got VeChain had a nice little dip down here. It's recovering back up, but we always like to zoom out and we look at the bigger picture of where we are. And that's what we want to do when we start looking at different coins we want to buy, and not only in terms of where it's trading now, but we go back to the last bull cycle, like with VeChain, and here was VeChain, and up 18 cents up here. And now we're at 0.019, so we can see the opportunity that this has in just huge gains going forward. So that's one of the things we'll be looking at as we zoom out and we see what what kind of gains we might be able to see in the next bull market. No guarantee that VeChain is going to go up to 18 cents, but it's one of the things we'll look at, and we can look at that with any of these. So if we want to get a little ETH here, here's ETH at 1923, but we know ETH has been up at 4,700. So we can almost double that in terms of that ETH purchase. That's if we want to buy some ETH as well. So what do we want to buy? This is awesome, because it's got to be available on Coinbase, though, because we're making our purchase on Coinbase. Aave right now is up, still up. If I look at the 15-minute chart, I had a little run this morning, dipped back down a bit. That looks pretty good. I know there's some that are interested in Jasmy, so we could buy some Jasmy as well, which is kind of a fun thing. This is going to be a fun portfolio, right? Let's take a look at Jasmy. What's going on with Jasmy? And I think, if I recall, Jasmy is a USDT pair for Jasmy. These are ranked typically in trading volume. So those that have smaller trading volume are much further down. So you have to scroll down on these. Yeah, but you can always search it up here. You can just go up here and you can just type in Jasmy. We can see what the trading pairs are for Jasmy. And here it is. It's the USD trading pair. Oh, missed that. Let me get that again, Jasmy. Let's have a USD trading pair as well, which is a much bigger trading pair than Tether. So we want that to see what the liquidity is. It's 049. So we'll get some Jasmy. I always do limit orders because I never want it to go funky. 0409. Total is $33. So 8,000 Jasmy. And there it is. And that filled it right there. So we now own 8,000 Jasmy in our portfolio. And then what's the third we're going to buy? For those that are degens in this fun portfolio that we've got. If I bought Bitcoin, people would be like, what are you buying Bitcoin for? But we probably should have some Bitcoin too. So where's Bitcoin trading right now? 30,238. Yeah, we'll get some Bitcoin. It's the number one trading pair, 32.35. Limit price. How much in dollars? We're going to do $33 of Bitcoin. So we'll see whether that dips down to our price or not. So these are limit orders. So we're going to set this and we're going to see whether that fills. And you'll see the little dot right there that represents ours. So we'll see. Again, Bitcoin is one of those that trades pretty regularly. And there it is. It's filled. We just got 0.001 Bitcoin. So, Crow, Ricardo. Crow. Oh, that's a good one. No Kronos on this one, but we now have our portfolio started where we're now down to $900 in our cash position because we just made 3 purchases. Still have 1,000 USDT, and I'll be putting 8,000 more into this. And so between Bitcoin, which we did get an extra little bit because we spun the wheel, and we've got some Jasmy, we've got some Doge. So this is the start of our portfolio, and we will be adding to this next live stream on Monday. So Monday, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern time will be our next. So this is the start of our portfolio, and we will be tracking this as we go forward. So this will be fun as we get back to what is going on in the markets. Again, Dogecoin just dipped down to 666, comes back up. We'll be watching that as support. See tonight and tomorrow and over the weekend what the trading is going to be like for altcoins and what's going to be happening with XRP. XRP now up to 71 cents. I would like to get some XRP into our portfolio. I kind of have a feeling we might dip a little lower on that. So, but that'll be one we'll be watching for next week. So overall, that's what we've got. Thank everyone for tuning in. Leave a comment below if you're watching this on a video that of what other coins you'd like us to add to our Kriss Packs portfolio. Everyone, please be sure to give a like, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Certainly appreciate the support there. And we'll see you next time. Let's see where my outro is. There we go. All right. See you guys.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.